Καλώ στο βήμα την δεύτερη κεντρική μας ομιλήτρια, την κυρία Μαίρη Κατράντζου, απόφοιτο της τάξεως του 2000, διεθνώς αναγνωρισμένη σχεδιάστρια μόδας.
Your Eminence, Honorable Deputy Minister, Honorable members of the Hellenic American Educational Foundation, Board of Trustees, Honorable President Sinolakis, Honorable Mr. Jackson, dear members of the Athens College community, dear parents, dear students, my dear fellow alumni. I stand here today under unique circumstances, 20 years after my own commencement in 2000. It is a great honor to be standing here on the Benaki steps, and I feel the weight of responsibility that comes with the invitation to be part of such a significant occasion in our school's history, the inauguration of our new president, Professor Kostas Sinolakis. I don't believe I have ever written a speech that has required as much soul-searching as addressing you today has required. So how did my 12-year education in Athens College shape me into the person I am today? What is the value system and set of principles that were instilled in me? And how have they equipped me to face all the challenges that life presents? Who was that girl standing on these very steps at 17 years of age? That girl would seem shy to most. She would probably come across as insecure, and she was certainly filled with doubt about her future. All the preparatory work and the skills acquired didn't do much to alleviate the fear of entering this new chapter in life. Despite her insecurities, she applied to the best art schools, and after completing her higher level education, she decided to launch her namesake label in London in the midst of the world's financial crisis in 2008. She was taught here to be resilient, even when she felt that the odds were stacked against her. I was not born British, I was born Greek. I was not born a man like the vast majority of designers working in fashion today. I was born a woman. I did not even study fashion. So how did Athens College equip this shy girl with a laser-sharp focus and an ambition to build my own narrative? My Greek formation is synonymous to my Athens College education. Athens College is much more than an institution with a co-educational system. It represents an ideal. The cornerstone of this ideal is the cognitive diversity that promotes independence of thought. It promotes the importance of the word idea, the integrity of innovation, the nobility of work ethic and effort. It also is the place that I was taught the importance of transparency, meritocracy, and the most important virtue of them all, respect. Respect for my parents, respect for my teachers, my classmates, and future co-workers, respect for our similarities and our differences, and respect for the world I inhabit. It also taught me, in equal measure, the importance of self-respect. Education is one of the most critical areas of empowerment, and for women, it is key to building our sense of self-worth. In Athens College, I never once felt that my ability to excel was disadvantaged by my gender. If I never had to experience the world outside of this microcosm, I would have thought we live in an egalitarian world. Many would argue that that's an issue in itself. But for me, it built a protective shield that allowed me to grow devoid of any biases. It allowed me to heighten my sense of wonder, and it fostered my curiosity as a child. Benaki Hall is a house that was built for all of us, and it is sustained by every single one of us. Its windows symbolize the window it gave us to the world. And through that window, I could see the limitless possibilities, all reimagined in my mind as a diverse canvas I would one day be invited to paint on. What we were taught in the classrooms here afforded us the belief that no dream is unattainable if you set goals that are high enough and you work hard enough. It also taught me that learning in itself is a way to access opportunity. It is our passport to the world. My education in Athens College not only improved my view through that window, but it also gave me vision. I've been told many times in life the word no. No, Mary, fashion is not a vocation, it is a hobby. No, Mary, you will never find a job in fashion, especially not in Greece. No, this project is impossible. No, this will cost too much. No, you don't have enough experience. No, we don't have enough time. My life's experience has taught me that no is just the beginning of yes. This school taught me that we must be persistent, resourceful, resilient. I say that with utmost respect to anyone who has ever told me the word no. I'm sorry. You made me try harder. You made me reach deep within my abilities, and you gave me the strength of my own conviction when I succeeded in overturning the word no into a resounding yes. There is no glass ceiling if you don't believe there to be one. There are only windows to discover new frontiers, and we must look through those windows with the same childlike wonder and curiosity that we looked through these windows all those years ago. That shy 17-year-old girl is the one that has kept me humble. I can now use my doubt as an indicator for breaking new ground. Perfect confidence is given as a consolation prize to those less talented. I was not taught that in Athens College. I was taught that later in life by my professor, Louise Wilson. She believed in me, and so did my teachers here in Athens College. They were the first to let my parents know I had talent. They were the ones to talk about my capabilities, even when my attendance was poor. They were the ones to encourage a shy girl as strongly as they would encourage an outspoken boy. I was the type of student who would listen, even if I chose not to engage in dialogue. It would expand my thinking. It would develop my understanding. It would raise internal questions that may not have been addressed in these classrooms, but were addressed later in life as part of a global social dialogue I would feel confident enough then to participate in. Education happens in the tension between talking and listening, teaching and learning. Education must be personal as it is universal. It must be bespoke, as it must also be inclusive. I want to use a metaphor for life as I see it through my eyes, as an ever-evolving living art piece. In this canvas of life, we are all participants, and our education here has equipped us with a palette and a set of paintbrushes to paint with. But all the colors we use are entirely our own, and there are infinite color combinations and infinite brushstrokes, bold or detailed. It is our responsibility to keep those brushes in pristine condition after we leave school. It is our responsibility to respect all the other drawings on the canvas and allow the work of others to inspire our own. The lesson I was taught here was equally important. When you are called to leave your mark, you must be ready. And I remember that lesson when I decided very naively to start in fashion. You may make hasty brushstrokes. I've made many of those. You may decide to scribble all over them. I've done that many times too. But they remain part of your narrative, a reminder of the lessons learned. I now know that we must focus more on the construction rather than the completion of this artwork, as it is ever evolving. In this canvas of life, every Athens College alumnus will paint a different version of their Athens College education. In my painting, I want to portray Athens College as a beautifully majestic tree. Imagine a tree that can grow leaves, but it can also grow fruit and colorful blossoms. Underneath the surface lie the roots that ground us. The core values are the core values that are the ones that will help us find our place in the world. Our teachers are the gardeners who nurture them. the branches, the different areas of life. In my painting, this tree represents this cross-generational family of Athens College that has been rooted here in Athens for almost a century. My father graduated Athens College in 1957. My life partner graduated Athens College in 1996. Our paths must have crossed countless times in the 8 years that our time here overlapped. When we met, we knew we shared a common experience. He told me his father graduated Athens College in 1957, the same year that my father did. We found out they were close friends. A coincidence that further highlights how strong and how deep these roots run. This is the painting that I choose to share with you today, that of a tree that is as wide-reaching as the canvas of life itself. Today, President Sinolakis will become the caretaker of this majestic tree and will selflessly provide it the care and nourishment that it needs to continue to grow fruit of all shapes, color, and sizes, to flourish under any season and withhold any storm. Talking to him, I instantly understood that he's an excellent communicator, he's deeply charismatic, and he's more than ready to leave his own mark. Listening to his vision, I have no doubt that in the coming years, Athens College will continue to inspire and shape the future we live in. Many more boys and girls will be equipped with a value system that will allow them to build their own narrative. A new era requires a new way of thinking, and it is my belief that President Sinolakis and I share the same vision, that one must respect the past while also being fearless in facing the future. There's no fixed path, there's no formula to learning, and every single one of us adds different value to the canvas of life. To paraphrase the words of Socrates, the only true knowledge is in knowing you know nothing. We must not be defined by our certainties and our beliefs. They are already part of our identity. Instead, we must allow our childlike wonder and curiosity to guide our hand as we leave our mark in this living art piece that is our life. In my painting, that girl standing here 20 years ago, she's no longer filled with doubt. She can now look up to the tree, to the fruit that most resemble her. She sees representation. We all need to feel we belong, and my formative years belong here. I am grateful to Athens College. It gave me the confidence to build my own narrative. It helped me access opportunity. And my roots here are the ones that have always kept me grounded. Thank you, President Sinolakis, for the great honor to be standing here before you all. Good luck in this new chapter of life. And I have no doubt that it would be filled and leave a huge mark in this canvas of life. Thank you.